What's up everyone and welcome back to the City Insider. Today let's get started with Man City team news versus Brighton. Manchester City are reeling, at least by their definition, right now. They have now lost back-to-back Premier League fixtures for the first time since 2018. However, Rodri will now be back in the mix, and that should make a massive difference. You can see the impact of Rodri, clear as day, in the results. City lost all 3 matches in which their midfield maestro was suspended, but he's back now to face Brighton, as is John Stones. The defender has now recovered from a thigh injury, meaning that Pep Guardiola will have near full squad availability for this one. The only absentee will be, of course, Kevin De Bruyne, whose hamstring injury will keep him out until well into 2024. Brighton can certainly relate to City on a couple fronts right now. Like MCFC, they are winless in their last 2 after starting the season in fine form. Also, like the Sky Blues, last season was a major milestone for them. They made major club history. Newcastle prepared to make quick January move for Calvin Phillips. The Magpies are prepared to make a quick January move for Calvin Phillips, according to the Northern Echo. The England international has made just 2 Premier League starts for the treble winners since leaving Leeds United in the summer of 2022. Phillips was not promoted to the starting 11 in the recent absence of Rodri due to suspension, with Pep Guardiola instead turning to academy graduate Rico Lewis. The 27-year-old was handed a rare opportunity as Guardiola rotated for City's Carabao Cup third-round defeat at St James' Park last month. The report suggests Eddie Howe has identified defensive midfield as an area he would like to strengthen in the next transfer window, with the club not expected to be too active in terms of incomings. Phillips himself has been said in a number of reports to be considering his options, having previously turned down the chance to leave over the summer. Barcelona could swoop for Man City ace next summer, with Robert Lewandowski getting no younger despite still banging in the goals for Barcelona. Both Xavi and sporting director Deco will understand the need for another striker to come in, as well as Vitor Roque, who is due to arrive at the club in January, as the Catalans continue their climb back to the top table of European football. They need to be aware of any market opportunities that are available and, importantly, within their price range. According to Sport, Man City ace Julian Alvarez could surprisingly be within reach, and it may well lead to some tentative enquiries over the course of the next few months, despite the fact he's only just signed an extension. The outlet note that the player is believed to have a £50 million release clause in his contract with the Citizens. However, given his importance to his current employers, they'll surely fight tooth and nail to hang on to him if the need arises. Countryman Lionel Messi might well put in a good word for his old club, and the thought of an Alvarez-Roque front 2 in years to come is enough to excite the long-suffering Barca fans. Xavi has proved that he's capable of getting the best out of what he has available, and a Spanish league title was a result of that. He does need his side to step things up against the biggest teams in Europe, however, and that means players such as Alvarez need to be acquired. Man City are confident of getting Kimmich. Manchester City have been linked with a move for Joshua Kimmich, player Pep Guardiola rates extremely highly. Earlier this year, City were linked with the Germany international for the first time, and there have been a couple more links up to this point, suggesting there may well be something in the speculation. Guardiola worked with a young Kimmich previously at Bayern. Since Pep left the Allianz Arena though, Kimmich has taken his game to an incredible level, and there is now word on just how highly the Man City head coach rates Kimmich. According to 90 Minutes, Pep doesn't just rate Kimmich highly, he actually thinks the 28-year-old is one of the world's best midfielders. Considering Kimmich can also play as a right-back to a really high level, that is certainly high praise. That said, it is not very often he plays right-back anymore. Arguably, City currently have the very best defensive midfielder in the business in Rodri. To sign Kimmich would give City outrageous depth. Many City fans would love to see City make a move for Kimmich, who is definitely world-class. Apparently, the club do feel confident of landing him, but a move would probably be very difficult. He is an absolutely key player for Bayern, who will also likely remember how difficult City it made it for them to sign Kyle Walker. Kimmich is now into the final 2 years of his contract, which might increase the chances for City, but it would still be a really challenge to lure a player of that caliber without forking out a huge fee. Rasmus Hojlund on Erling Haaland comparisons. Manchester United striker Rasmus Hojlund says he does not want to be compared to Manchester City forward Erling Haaland, but admits he would love to be like the Norwegian one day. Following his signing from Atalanta in the summer and a strong start to his international career with Denmark, the 20-year-old has often been likened to Haaland, but he told TV2, "I hope that one day I can reach his level." But right now, I think it is too early. Erling is the world's best striker, if not the world's best footballer. I don't really want to be compared to him, but I hope that one day I can be like him. Who knows? I am only 20 years old. We will have to see how it can end up. Hojlund has scored 3 goals in 8 appearances since signing for United in a deal initially worth £64 million. 2 of those goals came in the recent 3-2 loss to Galatasaray, and after being used more sparingly at first by manager Erik ten Hag, the Dane has started the last 4 matches for the Red Devils. Hojlund, who began his career at FC Copenhagen in his homeland, has also scored 6 goals in 8 appearances for the Danish national team. Manchester City need to pay £17 million to sign midfielder. Liverpool a threat. Manchester City have been linked with Hassan Ouedraogo, but it seems that manager Pep Guardiola will have to compete with Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool. That is according to a report in the German media, which has claimed that Liverpool have a keen interest in Hassan Ouedraogo, with manager Jurgen Klopp personally determined to bring the midfielder to Anfield. Sky Germany reporter Florian Plettenberg has claimed that Liverpool are among the clubs who are interested in signing Schalke midfielder Hassan Ouedraogo. Plettenberg has noted that Ouedraogo has a release clause of €20 million, £17 million, in his contract at Schalke for clubs outside of Germany. That will become active next summer. AC Milan, Everton, and Brighton and Hove Albion are also reported to be interested in Ouedraogo. Bundesliga champions Bayern Munich want to sign the 17-year-old German midfielder as well. Earlier this month, 90 Minutes reported that Manchester City are interested in signing Ouedraogo from Schalke. Team Talk reported last week that there is already an agreement between Schalke and Ouedraogo which will see him sign a 3-year contract once he turns 18 in May 2024. It seems that the €20 million, £17 million, release clause will become active at that point. In my opinion, it is going to be tough for Manchester City to get a deal done for Hassan Ouedraogo. I do not think that City will have any problem in triggering Ouedraogo's release clause. A transfer fee of £17 million is not that much, although I personally do not think that the defending Premier League champions should pay that kind of money for a player who is 17 and is playing in the 2nd division in Germany. However, there is a lot of competition. Ouedraogo is playing regularly for Schalke now, and the 17-year-old is likely to pick the club where he would get to play the most. I do not see the teenager getting into Pep Guardiola's starting lineup anytime soon. And that's the end of this video. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to support me.